Hey everyone, thanks for joining us on another Rolling Through New England back road adventure. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. This video won't be much driving, but I do want to feature something. So, story time. I've had this reoccurring dream about a woman with blonde hair and a blue dress at a white house with big pillars in front. Her name is either Ellen or Elaine Weatherby. She shows me a place on their property called the Weatherby Fountain. Inside the Weatherby Fountain, there's a treasure to behold. Whatever that treasure may be has never been revealed to me. But I do know in my mind the detailed way to go through the maze of the Weatherby Fountain. So when you think fountain, you think, oh, a little bowl that spurts water. It's not like that. It's like a big waterfall thing that starts next to the house, goes down a little hill and into the ground through two tunnels. And if you take the left tunnel and you follow this specific way that only I know, you'll find the treasure that's inside there. Whatever the treasure is, just a word I made up, not the word she used. It's just, there's something in there that I need to find. She tells me how to get it. Her name is, like I said, either Ellen or Elaine. I can't remember. She was older in my dreams. You know, I would say probably older than 60, but still a fair lady. The estate was massive. So I have no idea where this came from. But I did find something a few years ago that gave me a little bit of an idea. Now, the road I'm currently on is called Picnic Street in Boxborough, Massachusetts. When I was a kid, I lived on this road with my mom and my stepdad when their relationship was still somewhat new. My brother was actually conceived in the house that we lived in on this road, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways, I had so many good experiences living here. Down the end of the road, there was an elderly man named Russell Steele. And he had a place called Steele's Tree Farm. And I spent so much time there. He raised beef cows and Christmas trees, and I just loved it. I wanted to actually pursue that as a future for very many years of my life. Anyways, he had an elderly mom that lived on the property also. And I always thought it was really weird because Russell was an old man when we lived there. And his mom was ancient as far as I was concerned. I couldn't even believe she was still alive. Anyways, I don't know what her name was, and I don't know what the correlation is. But if you go right up to the top of the hill from Russell's property, there's a cemetery. That cemetery is called the Weatherby Cemetery. In the Weatherby Cemetery, there's buried a woman named Ellen. Now, I've been to the Weatherby 100 times with Russell as a kid, and my sister. You know, we used to explore this whole area because back then in the 80s when we were kids, you could go and do pretty much whatever you wanted, and your parents didn't care as long as you came home when the lights turned. This is the Steele Tree Farm. Obviously not a tree farm anymore. It's actually a historic place here in Boxborough, Massachusetts. I'm gonna pull in there, but I just want to give you a quick drive-by view. When I was in 3rd and 4th grade, this was my playground. You see these trees way down here, these ones? When I was a kid, those trees were only about 5 feet tall, maybe 4 feet tall. All the rest of this field had trees throughout it too, and cows, big black beef cows. They used to keep them in this barn. And we would spend all our time here. This is the house that Russell Steele's mom lived in, and where I think I met Ellen or Elaine for the first time. We used to go in here and help his mom out, pick up stuff, move stuff around for her, whatever, all the time. And she had friends over, so that's where I think I met her. But if you come right up this road, none of these houses were here at the time when I lived here. It was all just woods. The Boxborough Museum, that was there. And these colonials were here. But right over here, this is the Weatherby Cemetery. There's a big stone right there that says Weatherby on it. And then if you walk into there and go down behind where those obelisks are, there's a row of tomb doors. And above one of those doors says Ellen Weatherby. It kind of shook me the day I found it. I have no idea why I even came by here, but when I saw Weatherby, I thought, oh, and I stopped. And there you go. I found that. So I don't really know where this goes from here. I haven't had the dream in a few years. Mr. Steele died many, many years ago, so I'll never have the chance to talk to him about it. I've talked to my sister about it a couple times. She didn't really have any insight. So I'm kind of at an impasse. I found the Weatherby Cemetery. I found a woman named Ellen buried there. I found a place in my life that it's tied to nearby, and in a relation that would have brought me there. You know, it seems to make sense the best I can out of that aspect of the dream. But I don't know why it came to me. I don't know why she came to me, and I don't know what's inside that Weatherby fountain, or whether fountain is even the right name. But it's been haunting me for many years. I probably had the dream for the first time over 10 years ago. And I've had it, I would say, 2 or 3 times since then. And it's always the same dream. I kind of come to, and I'm sitting on a patio, but it's a screened-in patio, like a porch almost, on the side of a huge white colonial house with black shutters. Just off to the side of that porch is the top of the fountain. It's where the spray is, it's where the pool is, and then it waterfall trestles down. And I'm gonna say the waterfall is probably like 3-4 feet wide. You know, it's good size. The pool at the top is probably 10 feet in diameter, 12 feet in diameter, 4-foot waterfall, couple of steps down into another pool at the bottom with 2 tunnels that it enters in. Tunnel's big enough for a man to walk into, because I've walked into the tunnel, through the halls of the tunnel. I've actually built it in the game Minecraft. I don't know what's in there. I don't know what I'm supposed to find, but she wants me to find it. So if you, or anyone you know, knows anything about Ellen, Elaine, the Weatherbys, the Weatherby Fountain, have ever been to the Steele Farm, or know anything about Boxborough history, I'd love to hear it. I really would. I'd love to try to solve this. But yeah, there you go. That's my story for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned.